I wish there was a fuck no for this.
Why?
If a guy's in a friend zone by a woman,
yeah,
she does not respect him.
Of course you can respect them.
When a woman friend zones you guys, it effectively means you are not sexually attractive to me and I do not want to procreate and or carry your lineage. Don't ever accept the friend zone. Go find another girl.
Okay, but she's not friend zoned him. They're just friends. They've both made a mutual decision to be just friends.
No. She made the decision. He wants to smash. If it's the other way around, cool. I'm cool with the guy having friends and he's choosing it. That's fine. But let's be honest here. That's rarely the case. It's always the woman is friends with the guy. He wants to sleep with her. She knows this, but she's able to siphon off utility from him. Oh, I'm able to have a guy I could talk to. Oh, I'm able to get this masculine energy. Oh, I'm able to get the boyfriend energy. It's basically you're able to have a boyfriend without fucking him. It's a win-win for women.
But I have a great friend who I've had since I was 11, who's a male, who would never sleep with me, doesn't want to sleep with me. Yes.
If you called him at 2 a.m. and said, I'm drunk and horny, he would fuck you.
He 100% wouldn't fuck me.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Ever. There's just never been that. I think because we grew up together from such a young age, there isn't an attraction. He's literally like my family.
No.
Yes.
No.
And he would never fuck me.
He would have given an opportunity.
He would never.
Women constantly think that their friendship and their company is more valuable than it really is. The reality is that most men wouldn't talk to you guys.
Most men value women though. You don't like us.
Most men would not talk to women if they didn't have vaginas.
That's also not a true statement.
That's an absolute fact.
That is not a fact.
If there was no sex involved and there was no sexual access, we would not talk to y'all. We would play video games, we'd hang out with our bros.
But women play video games.
Women suck at video games.
I'm fucking fantastic, actually.
Bro.
So let's stop calling me sucky. Women are great at things,
just because you might be good at something doesn't mean that a majority of women don't suck.
But just because you're good at something doesn't mean the majority of men don't suck.
What do you mean?
The majority of humans these days, unfortunately, suck.
All the top video game players are men. All the top chess players are men. All the top drivers are men. NASCAR drivers, etc., Formula One.
That's because it's a lot harder for women to get into the field because a few years ago we couldn't even work.
Here we go.
Okay?
No.
Men dominate the world, we understand, naturally.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Women dominate the world.
No, they don't.
Women have more... Okay, name one right or privilege that men have that women don't besides being able to have sex with a bunch of women without being judged.
Why is he pointing at me?
Name one right or privilege men have that women don't.
In this day and age, none.
Exactly. Women do run the world. Nowadays, especially.
The men do this and the men do that, and now all of a sudden women run the world. Make your mind up, mate.
I just understand that we're different. And there's also a saying in Spanish,
we all understand that we're different.
The prettier you are, the quieter you are.
Wow.
In all the Latin world.
Are you Spanish?
No.
Or did you just obtain that because you hate women?
No. Well, it's actually funny. My girlfriend told me that as a phrase. So
Which one? Number 6?
She's number 1 now, but she was number 2 before.
Okay. Yeah. She says she upgraded. I bet she feels great about that.
Yeah, hey, man.
Do you know what? As this date's gone on, it's just got worse and progressively worse and worse and worse. So they're all treated the same. They all get the same access to you?
If they're my main girl. But I have a very strict vetting phase. Yeah, it's not easy managing women.
How many main girls do you have at once? Like, what do you think is like a healthy, obtainable amount for you? What could you tolerate in life?
It depends on the guy. Every man is different, has different tolerance levels. But I think having 1 to 3 main girls and then some side chicks, you know,
you see
that's
the
what starts
main?
to get crazy.
Like, you know, when you go to a restaurant, you get side dishes, you get a main course, you get 1. You get a few sides, but you get 1 main. You can't say 1 to 3 main girls because you'll only get 1 main.
But
the rest will be sides.
Hold on. But if you go to the gym and you train hard, you're going to want 2 mains.
No, I won't actually.
Yeah.
I'm not that I'm not that hungry.
You need more calories.
Yeah, so just have 1 big main.
No.
Let's get a bigger woman.
2 mains.
Oh, no,
you
might like them
you
either.
want chicken here, you want steak here, you went really hard in the gym, you need extra protein. Same thing. I can eat a lot. I put work in the gym, unlike these fat hoes.
I really admire the way that you can make anything make sense in your head. I love that about you.
I think it makes a lot of sense for anyone.
I love that about you.
Because men operate in a meritocracy.
Because I just talked about women and you went, yeah, but I like chicken and steak. This is a lot. These are human beings. They are treasured, beautiful souls. And you're just, see how you can't, oh, you know what? I think you'd love it more if I was sat here and I had a penis.
Well, we'd have a more rational conversation versus you and your feelings. But,
I'm not in my feelings. I'm not in my feelings. I'm actually really enjoying this. I think it's really great.
Here's my thing. I just speak from a very matter-of-fact standpoint. What I'm saying is that as a man, if you go out there and conquer the world, you're going to get hungry and you're going to want multiple chicks. It just comes down to, do you have the value to be able to do it and pull it off? Most guys don't, so they got to sit there and be like, I'm monogamous. But most guys don't want to be monogamous. If you're a guy, you're attractive, you got your shit together, maybe you're religious or whatever, and you're like, I'm going to be monogamous because of my religion. Fantastic. You made that choice. What I have an issue with is when guys are sitting there being monogamous because their girl tells them, if you cheat, I'll cut your dick off. Man, I wish my girl would try to tell me some shit like that. Happy wife, happy life. It's a fucking lie. It's happy
That is
king,
actually so true.
It's happy king, happy kingdom is how it works. So my thing is,
Did you make that phrase up for you?
No.
I've never had that in my life.
You never heard that?
You went, let me see how I can turn this to a manly thing. And then you just made your own catchphrase.
Men lead, women follow. That's how it's got to be.
I agree with that.
Women can't lead anything.
That's not true.
They suck as politicians. They can't lead nothing. When they're CEOs of companies, they suck.
Yeah, because the men in power right now are doing a real great job. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's a big fucking no.
Why?
Hell no.
Why?
Because it's a very submissive thing to do.
Pleasure in a woman submissive. Don't have sex there.
No, licking her vagina is submissive.
Why is that submissive? Is it because there's
You're going down on her. It's literally like the perfect example of being submissive as a man. Fuck giving head, man. That's some bullshit.
Just pleasure your woman and get over it. You don't have to go down and she could just sit on your face.
That's even worse.
Why?
That's even worse. Women don't respect guys that sit there and just eat box all day.
Women
And
respect
here's the other thing,
men
too.
that will put her pleasure before theirs.
Fuck no.
Yeah, of course
it's
they
a
will.
woman's job to pleasure the man.
This is very overly sexist now.
Oh.
That was way over the
Well,
line.
it was sexist
there was
a
a
second
line,
ago.
and now you crossed
Kiss my
it.
hand.
Yes,
But now
that's not sexist.
yeah,
That's
very
polite.
sexist.
That's lovely.
Could you imagine if I said, kiss my hand as a man?
because
He'd be like,
you're
what the
not a
fuck?
woman.
This guy's a weirdo.
That's just not. It's like
That's
me coming.
sexism.
No.
Sexism. There's some behaviors that are appropriate for one gender while being inappropriate for another, which is healthy and fine.
Sexual
and great.
activities aren't something that's for one or the other. That is just something that you indulge in together.
Okay, why do men talk to women?
Because we're fantastic.
How so?
Because we're great conversationalists. We are great listeners.
We discussed
we
earlier
have
that
a
we don't
great
care about your
side point.
opinions.
Yeah, you don't care about my opinion
Most
or
men
any
don't.
woman's opinion.
Most men don't.
No, that's just you and my. Maybe it's different in America, like I said, but most men in the UK value women. They like women aside from our vaginas.
You could like a woman and still want her to be quiet.
Yes, occasionally be quiet, but there's certain times you do want to have a conversation. There's sometimes I don't want a man to say a lot of things. You can be quiet too.
A woman's job is to please her man sexually, not
Both
the
of their
man's.
jobs is to
No,
please
it's
each
not.
other sexually.
No, it's not. Remember how I said women should work electively? Okay, men should please their woman electively.
Okay, but hear me out, right?
Oh.
You're in a relationship. You got
See?
3 girlfriends.
You're all for guys prepare,
on.
taking care of women, but you're not for. Okay.
I am for women taking care of their men. Like
That's your job.
Completely, 100%. However, you have 3 women, yeah, 3 girlfriends. So you got 3 sources of pleasure. So
Well, not right now.
Your pleasure. Okay.
Wait, main girls, or are we talking side girls?
I'm on about in general, just every girl. How many mains? 2?
Right now, 1.
1, and
Yeah.
how many sides?
Oh shit.
A few, yeah?
Yeah.
So there's a few going on. So you've got a few people pleasuring you, yeah? And also you can step out at any point and go and get it elsewhere too.
Yeah.
If you want this woman to be loyal to you and exclusive to you and you're the only person giving her pleasure, do you not think you should pleasure in every single way?
No. We don't look at vaginas over here.
He thinks pleasuring a woman is being inferior to a woman, and I think he has real serious issues.
We derive pleasure from you guys being quiet, making sandwiches, and giving us sex.
You
guys
do
derive
because
pleasure.
you don't like us.
You guys derive pleasure from us being successful, being the most attractive guy, how other women look at us.
Men love women that other men love.
Maybe cucks. You want to know what guys like? Let me find a hot girl that doesn't have an Instagram. No one knows who she is. I'm gonna bring her out, and people will be like, "Oh shit, who's that? We don't know who she is." And we don't need other people to validate her. Women, on the other hand, they want to be with the top guy. They want to be with the guy. He walks in the club or he walks in somewhere. Oh, such and such. Oh, women need social proof. We don't.
That's not true. But also, imagine if you got a
What?
girlfriend. That's not true. I don't.
That
give
women
a
don't want
about
social proof?
status. No.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. Let's have fun with this.
Okay.
Let's say we met, right? We met in London, and you find me attractive. I'm like, oh, I'm throwing a party. Like, I'd love for you to come. Bring some of your girlfriends. It's gonna be awesome. And you're like, cool, yeah, for sure. 2 scenarios. You come to the party, right? First one. You show up, you and your girlfriends, and there's 50 dudes and like 3 girls. Are you staying?
No.
Okay. Switch it up. Show up to the party in the second scenario with you and your girlfriends. 50 girls, like 5 guys. Are you staying?
Yeah.
I wonder why. Social proof is important, isn't it?
It's not about social proof.
That is social proof.
Women feel more comfortable being in an environment full of women.
Okay.
If there's 50 men, I'm going to feel intimidated. I'm going to feel on edge, and I don't like that.
Okay.
That's not about social proof.
No. But see, here's the thing. Your ability to feel safe is rooted in social proof. The man being able to have a bunch of women there displays an ability of This guy has some kind of social semblance. This guy's
See,
able
I
to...
wouldn't have even thought of it like that. I would have been like, great,
Because
I can
women
dance with
live
women
life
all
on
day
easy
and have
mode.
chunk.
This is what I'm trying to say. See, women live life on easy mode. You don't even understand all the bits and pieces of work that go into men creating an
feel
environment
like-
for women to have fun. Like, this is what I mean when I say girls have zero concept of what it's like to be a man or to be attractive, and this is why we can have multiple chicks and you guys can't, because we have to do all the work. Like, that's
No,
right there.
I think that's just you, because I think when everyone goes
You proved
home
my
and they
point.
go to sleep at night, you
You
sit there
proved
with
my
a
point
graph
just
and
now.
you dissect every scenario ever,
Yes.
and then you try and make it
Yes.
like bulletproof. When
Yes.
actually it's not that hard.
Men must do
you
the
make
work.
it harder than it needs to be.
Men have to do the work to be attractive to women,
He is thinking about that way too much.
because it wasn't easy for him to get those 50 bitches at that
Were
thing.
you ugly growing up?
What does that have to do
I'm
with
just
anything?
asking, were you ugly growing up?
All right, I'll answer that in a second. Why is she asking me this fucking weird ass question about I was ugly growing up? All guys were, pretty much. See, this is what I mean when I say women only see like surface level of the work that men put in, right?
But not
Like,
every man puts in this much effort or this much thought
the
behind
most attractive
things.
ones do, and this is how you get the girls. You have to put in all this effort. This is why a man that is attractive, it's like a superpower because it's so hard to get. You expect to just bang one girl after you learned all this shit? Hell no.
But you
And it
play
takes years
women
of
like we're a
mastery.
game. You play the relationships like it's a game, like it's a test that
It
you're
is a
always
game.
trying to pass, but
It is a
it's
game.
not.
The problem
it's
is
meant
this.
to be beautiful. It's
It
meant
is
to
a
be
game.
harmonious.
It is a game. Women started this game. It is a game. That's why they call it you have game. It's just that women don't like it when they know that you're playing the game with them. They just don't like it when a man can outmaneuver them in this game because so few guys can do it.
It's not about outmaneuvering. No one's supposed to be winning. We're supposed
It's
to be on the
absolute
same
game.
team. We're supposed to be working
Everything
together
about women
as
is
a dynamic.
deception. You guys wear makeup, heels, waist trainers. Everything about you guys is a lie.
That's not a lie.
Absolutely.
I could take my heels off. I'm still the same person. I'm just a little bit shorter.
Let's say I told you I was a lawyer. I had a firm.
Okay, well that's lying, isn't
And we
it?
fucked, right? And then you find out that I work at McDonald's. I'm probably gonna get me too, aren't I?
Because you're a liar.
Oh, okay. But what about women wearing makeup?
Is
Wearing
that a
waist
lie?
trainers,
But
filters
I
on
will take
Instagram.
my makeup off straight
filters
away.
on
I
Instagram.
feel no way about being barefaced.
Makeup, women are fake. Everything about them is deceptive, guys. I told y'all. Everything about women, a lot of the times, is based in deception.
You've been hurt, heartbroken,
It's
and
the
damaged
truth.
by women, and I really feel like either a therapist or a good cry would change a lot of your views.
What did I say that was incorrect?
That women just lie about everything. That women care about social status.
The
that
makeup
women
industry
are all gold
is a
diggers.
multi-billion-dollar
Yes,
industry
it is, and it's
for a
also
reason.
very damaging for women. Hence, I
You're changing
try.
an argument.
Why?
Because makeup in itself inherently is to deceive.
Or to enhance.
No, it's to make up for your lack of aesthetics. That's why it's called makeup.
If I take my
Make
makeup
up
off,
for lack of aesthetics.
I look the exact same. Oh yeah, I do. I look the same. Like
Yeah, and I got a
post-
12-inch dick.
Do you? That's fantastic. That's
Yeah.
why I got so many hoes. So go back to earlier.
Sure.
Did you grow up ugly?
Every man does.
It makes a lot more sense. Do you know what? As soon as he told me he was an ugly kid, everything made sense. It just clicked. It was like, bing. Makes sense. The picture's starting to piece together now.
Here's the thing. A man's looks aren't as important as you think, because like I said before, men are able to make up in other ways. But men effectively are all ugly when they're young because they're not able to provide security, which is the most important thing that women look for. Men really don't blossom until they're older anyway, because the things that make us attractive take time to acquire.
Okay,
At
but you
18
can
years
still be
old-
an attractive man. People can look at you and go, actually, you're really attractive.
But that doesn't mean you're gonna get women to take you seriously. You could be a handsome guy and get some pussy here and there, but are you gonna be able to keep them? Are you gonna be able to get them to respect you? No. When women become 30, it's kind of downhill from there. For us, when we become 30, it's all uphill.
Okay.
If we do the work.
So women depreciate with age.
Absolutely.
You don't think women can age like fine wine? Because I think a lot of women get better with age.
Fuck no.
Yeah, my sister, she was a
Fuck
very
no.
late bloomer, but she's absolutely stunning now.
Yeah, that's your sister. Of course you're gonna be biased.
I'm not biased, actually.
Yeah.
Loads of people
Well,
have
she's
that
probably
same-
mid, to be honest. Her sister's absolutely mid. Anytime a girl like sensationalizes their friend or their sibling, they're mid.
Why? We're trying to say I'm mid.
How old are you?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, exactly. See, you couldn't even,
But
you
with
didn't
my
even
age,
want to say how old you
because
are.
my age was going to change your answer.
There you go.
Because you couldn't just say, oh no, yes or no. You were going to judge it by how old I am.
Look at her avoiding it. I got her on the ropes now.
I don't even know what his issues are. That's the problem. They're that deep rooted. I can't even figure them out.
No one cares about older women in their 40s. Men universally want younger women, and women know this. So once they get of a certain age, they don't want to say their age anymore.
He doesn't understand women. He understands his perspective of women and his experience with women, which has damaged him, and now he has no respect for women. I think women gain value as they age too. I think this whole going for younger women
Not
is
true.
because men
Not
like
true.
to manipulate women, and they can't manipulate women when they've got past a certain age because they've got way too much experience behind them now. Younger girls
Baggage,
who
dicks,
haven't lived,
hoes.
not necessarily, that's not necessarily true at all. In your experience, yes, I know you've been traumatized. I'm saying with a lot of women,
So you're saying men value experience?
no, I'm saying men value manipulation for younger women. You go for young women because they're easier to handle, they're easier to maintain. They haven't had the relationship experiences, they've not had life experience to shape them, to shift them, to build them. You want to build them.
That shit, man. We want girls that aren't used and abused.
Men manipulate young women.
Let me ask you a question.
Go on.
You're gonna do a cross-country trip across Europe, right? And you need to get a car. Can't get any type of mechanical help or anything else like that. You have to drive straight through, all right? You got two options. You got a 2002 Honda, right, with 100,000 plus miles on it, okay? Or you got a brand new Honda, 2024, with 0 miles on it. Which one are you gonna use to make that long ass journey? Which one would you prefer?
I'm gonna go with the older one.
You're not gonna get no mechanical help.
But guess what?
You're gonna be stuck on the road.
We're not mechanical problems.
Hold on. So you're gonna take the newer one because you don't wanna get stuck on the side of the road, which is cool. That perfectly signifies marriage and relationships. I don't wanna use a used up car that's been through the ringer and take it through the long journey of marriage. I want a car that's gonna go off of my lead, a car that hasn't been used, a car that doesn't have issues, a car that doesn't have bad Carfax on it. That's how men operate. We want
But a
girls
younger
that
woman-
are inexperienced.
Men, they say they're high value, I've got this, I've got that. If you're so high value, get a woman your own age who's got the same experiences, the same, no, you can't. Because you can't manipulate them, you can't morph them into these things. You go for younger girls that you can raise. It's like grooming, and you not even realize it. It's like grooming.
Women want men that are tall, charming, experienced, make money, etc. They want older men, right? Men, however, we want the opposite. We want younger women because we want someone that will not give us a headache, follow our lead. You want someone that's going to lead you, so that means they need experience. Why is this the beginning of
But
time?
I think with women...
But let me ask you this.
Go on.
This is the beginning of time. Why have men always wanted virgin women?
Most men wouldn't. I don't know, because of shit in bed and she won't ever know.
Men value inexperience. Men want inexperience, guys. Don't sit there and let these girls sell you fucking used cars saying, no, you want a used car.
But what I'm trying to say is, a woman that's older and that has had experience, she knows who she is. I'm not saying experience sexually, I'm saying life experiences.
That's what it means.
If you went and got an 18-year-old girl, yes, she would morph to you and do all of these things. But guess what? In a few years, when she's had some more life experience, she's probably going to leave you. She's probably not, she's good, because then she's going to want to find herself. Women that are older, they've already found themselves. They know who they are. An 18-year-old doesn't know who she is. She's
Translation, because you just said a bunch of womanese.
And don't say sexually, because I didn't
when a
mean
girl
sexually.
says, find myself, whore. When a girl says, finding myself, translation, I'm going to be a whore for a period of time.
18-year-old doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know what her morals are. She doesn't know what she stands for. She doesn't know what she can tolerate and what she can't tolerate in life. She's not had enough experience to make them decisions, okay? So that car, the old car, is probably going to cut through the side roads because it's really fucking experienced, yeah, and it's going to get there without breaking down because it knows the route. This one's going to trample along, yeah, and she's going to get a few bumps in the road because she didn't know which ones to avoid. And guess what? She's probably going to break down before the old one because she's
but you're missing the whole point here.
experienced.
What do men want? Men want inexperience. We don't care about y'all experience.
But then when she
don't
leaves,
care.
and then what?
do you
She's
mean
not
when she leaves?
experienced, and she doesn't know what you need. She doesn't know what you want. She's not going to be able to be what you need. You're going to have to teach her.
You gotta teach her.
And then when you taught
Yeah,
her,
that's
guess
your
what?
job as
She's
a
probably
man.
going to leave you because she's going to realize that you're not actually that great.
Get it done, guys.
No.
No. If my girl can't get along with my mom, I know something's wrong with her. No, my mom comes first.
He's a mommy's boy.
As much as you say I hate women and all these other things, it was my mom that awared me on all this stuff.
Wow.
And she warned me that, hey, American women, Western women aren't going to stick with you through thick and thin. I
Yeah.
come from a Muslim background. My family's Sudanese. So it's a little bit different compared to Western culture.
The way he is makes a lot of sense when he talks about how his parents raised him and how his parents were growing up. What would you do if I went to prison for 2 years?
I'd have other chicks, and then I'd greet you on your way out.
What if I went to jail for you? So I was riding it for you, so you did something, I didn't snitch. But my one condition was that you had to be loyal to me.
I would tell you that's not how I show loyalty. I show loyalty by when you come out, you're never going to work again.
But I'm saying to you, look, I really want you to do this one thing for me, and it's just to wait for me for 2 years.
You don't dictate those terms.
Wow. So you would never be loyal under any circumstance?
You're never going to work again when you get out. That's more
But you're
important
still
than me
going to
fucking
go and
bitches.
have sex with people. It's not more important. I'd
That is
rather
more
a man
important.
be loyal to me than provide for me financially. I'll just snitch then and you can go to jail and you won't have to fuck no one then, will you, mate? Actually, you'd probably enjoy that because there's men in prison. No women to deal with.
I didn't bust my ass to make this money and become successful and go to the gym to fuck one bitch. That's dumb.
Was your dad monogamous
That's
to your
dumb.
mum?
Yeah, because he was a brokey. He had to be.
If your dad cheated on your mum, how would you feel?
I'd applaud him. I'd be like, fuck yeah, you got your money up, man.
How do you think mum would feel?
You know what? She wouldn't leave. She's a real one. She would be like, damn, okay.
If it was continuous,
She wouldn't leave.
do you think she'd be happy with the dynamics of that relationship though?
She knows how it is.
Okay. His mum is 100% leaving. She sounds like a great woman. She is not staying if he cheated on her.
Ridiculous. But no, he was monogamous to her, to my knowledge.
Because he knows the right way to be.
We could be full and still look at the menu. We're not like women, man. You guys, when you're with a man that you love and respect, you're like, all men are invisible and so
Literally,
loyal.
tunnel vision.
And so loyal.
Yeah.
We're not like that.
Well, learn to be.
Huh?
Learn. You learn how to do all these other cool
Okay,
tricks.
how about this? Learn to
be
like a guy
loyal.
that's 5'1".
Happily.
Do you have one?
No.
Okay, there you go.
Don't try and throw another thing in the works.
Stop avoiding the question. This is what women do all the time. God damn it. When you learn to like 5'1" guys, I'll learn to be with one woman.
5'5", if he was 5'5".
All right, well, I get 5 women then.
Okay, but if he was 5'5", but he was everything that I've ever wanted in a man, yes, I would make that sacrifice and I would say,
Okay,
okay,
I'll make
cool.
that sacrifice. 5 women. There's no way she'd be with a guy that's 5'5". She's lying about that too. Men of status have always had more than one woman. Every single time. Martin Luther King was smashing hoes.
Where did you get that one from?
And he did a bunch of stuff for civil rights. Great men always cheat, man.
You should get that on a t-shirt.
I think I should actually. Great men
Great
cheat.
men cheat. Great men cheat. That's his slogan. Get it on a t-shirt. Fuck off with it. You're the only person who's going to buy it.
Churchill was probably smashing some hoes since we're here in London. He definitely was smashing some hoes. Probably Germans too. You can't even take herself seriously, guys, see?
What would you do if I proposed to you?
I would never get down on one knee.
Why would you never get down on one knee?
She wants the relationship for me. She wants the marriage for me. Why am I going to get down on a knee? I'm the one that brings all the value.
But if it's come
Women
to the
also, I
point
believe, need to ask you on a date, not date. She needs to ask you to be her girlfriend, her boyfriend, excuse me.
That is the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard.
Absolutely.
A woman
Yeah.
needs to go into her masculine and ask you to be my partner.
Well, here's the thing. Women don't overtly do it. They always do it the sneaky way. What are we? Where do we stand? Etc. That is her basically asking you out. That's what I'm saying. It needs to get to that point where she's asking.
But do you see why they ask the man? Because the man leads the relationship. The man dictates the stage of the relationship. Hence, you guys have to ask us.
No. See, that is in an old world where women weren't. But nowadays, since we have feminism and we have all these bad habits from women, women need to ask for relationships. And I'll tell you why. They want to go to the club. They want to travel. They want to have guy friends. They want to do all this stupid shit, right? I have to have my standards and boundaries and be really strong with them to circumvent and, combat all the fuckery that feminism has
But
done.
you wouldn't have a
Hold on, let me
relationship with
finish.
any of these women.
Let me finish. If I ask her for a relationship, what I've effectively done is said, you are fine the way that you are. I want a relationship with you. And then she can go ahead and reserve the right to change it anytime because I asked for the relationship. But if I say, hey, I don't, commit to girls that do X, Y, Z, well, guess what? She's going to shape up if she wants to go ahead and get this relationship. It's like a job interview. Men are the employers, women are the employees. You have to have certain standards. I treat every girl like a job applicant. And I'm a prestigious law firm. You got to go to Cornell for this.
I can't believe what I've just heard. Is that actually how you think?
Absolutely.
Like genuinely, you're not saying that. You think that.
Everything you've heard
You
today.
think women have to apply. So you think
Yes.
you're the prize,
Absolutely.
but you're traditional.
Yes.
Backwards.
Because
traditional men know they chase after a woman. That woman is the prize. Women are the prize, not the men. It's been that way since the beginning. We all know it. That's one thing that's been undisputed. Women make things better. They are the added value that a man needs. A woman brings so much value to your relationship.
men are the prize because men have to bring way more to the table than women do to get a relationship. So therefore, we are the prize.
That's not true.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
No, that's not true.
Men are the prize, not women, and you guys need to hold yourselves to that standard. That's how women respect you. Do you find most men attractive or unattractive?
Unattractive.
So would it be fair to say that you're picky?
Yes, very.
Okay. So if you find that guy, would it be fair to say that he's probably in the top 1 or 2% of men? Mm-hmm. By definition, he's the prize. Thank you.
No, I'm the prize.
Thank you.
I'm the prize.
Like, if
because
you're
I
picky,
picked you.
and you pick the top 2% of guys,
Yeah.
that means
Because I'm the top 2% of women, so we're both the prize. Well done, we got a great match.
no,
Yes.
not true.
Yes.
Not true at all.
So you don't think any woman is a valuable prize? You don't think anyone, you wouldn't ever meet a woman like, you know what? She is a prize.
No, there's great girls out there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the man is the prize, and that's how it's got to work.
The man can't be the prize. It just, the dynamic doesn't work anymore.
In every relationship, there needs to be the adored and
the adorer.
the adoree, and exactly, and the adorer. The adorer gets more emotional stimulation, right, than the adored. Guess who needs to have emotional stimulation to be happy in a relationship? The woman.
Men.
No, we don't need emotional stimuli to be with a girl.
You just don't even realize it.
No, we don't.
You have gone through so much.
We
with
are
women.
totally content with our girl being quiet, serving us sandwiches.
You are. He loves the sandwiches, guy.
Sandwiches are great.
We both need
We don't.
emotional stimulation. Yes, we do, but men feel like they don't, and they don't feel it, they don't show it, and it's
We
damaging
don't
for
need
men.
it to the same degree that you guys need
No,
it.
because we are slightly more emotional, but
Yeah,
both
way
need
more
it.
emotional.
We both need
okay,
it.
but women need it to a higher degree. So since women need it to a higher degree, they need to be in the adorer position. Okay? And on top of that, since women are hypergamous, which I mentioned before, they need to feel like they're with the best guy. What represents that a woman is with the best guy better than her chasing that guy's validation? It doesn't work the other way around, because when you pedestalize women, or she thinks she's better than you,
Why can't you pedestal each other?
that doesn't make sense.
Why?
That's like saying,
I can adore you, you can adore me. I can lift you up, you can lift me up. And it's a
the term
team
pedestalization
effort.
in itself
It's
infers,
putting someone on a pedestal.
it infers there's a better
party.
party.
That. But
You can't both pedestalize each other.
you
That's
can.
like-
You can have one day on it. I'll hop off,
and
and
you know
you
what?
can
I'm
jump
a
on.
smart retard.
But why would you be the protector of a woman if she's meant to be looking after you and doing all of these things and admiring, worshiping you? Shouldn't we be the ones protecting you then? If
That's
you're
how
so
loyal we
high
are.
up here.
Yeah, that's how loyal we are.
No, that's not.
That's how loyal men
Women
are.
are supposed to be
We'll
held
protect
up
somebody
here,
that's
and
inferior
you
to
protect
us.
it because they're valuable,
Thank
because
you.
they're the
Prove
prize.
my point.
No.
We will sit there and protect someone that's inferior to us. That is the definition of loyalty. That's what I said at the top of the show. I said men are more loyal than women, and we'll sit there and protect someone that's inferior to us, weaker than us, dumber than us. It sucks at everything, by the way, which I mentioned, to include driving, right? We'll sit there and protect y'all because we're that fucking loyal.
But you still go and fuck other people, so there's no loyalties whatsoever.
If I pedestalize you, that infers you have more value than me. If I infer that you have more value than me, that means that you're with a lower status man. If you
You're
perceive
so
me,
scared.
hold on. If you perceive me as lower status, you lose respect for me. If you lose respect for me, you don't fuck me anymore. That's where most guys are. They're sitting there pedestalizing girl. Please, I hope you like me. No, the girl needs to like the guy more. Going back to my thing. This is why women need to ask the guy to be in a relationship. Because when a woman asks for the relationship, the guy can put his standards. He can make her actually appreciate the position that she gets in, aka the law firm. Because if you work your ass off to get into a law firm that has high standards, guess what? You're not fucking leaving because it was really hard for you to get it. Women only respect what they have to work to get. And since women don't work for anything in life, remember hence what I said before, living life on easy mode, they need to work hard to get the man that they want.
Women don't need to work for
They do.
men.
They
You
do.
even said it yourself. Women have life on easy mode. Why do we need to work
They do.
when a million men will have us without any
the only
work?
thing women should work for is for their man.
When it's their man, then they
To
work
get the man
together.
that they want.
No, because why am I going to work for you, right? When I can have a million men.
That makes you a whore.
No, I'm not going to have a million men. I'm saying
Oh,
my options
fantastic.
are
Oh, look at
a
that.
million men that are going to.
Well, you said yourself you only want the top 2%, right?
Yeah, okay. And in that top 2%, they're all going to admire me. They're all going to bring me up. They're all going to elevate me. They're all going to admire me and make me feel great as a woman and make me feel feminine. But you want me to work for you? I'm not going to pick you. I'm not going to ask you to be my partner because now you're making me masculine. I don't want to be my masculine. I'm going to find someone who's going to keep me my feminine in all senses.
Do you want the job or not?
No, absolutely not.
So then you
resign.
end up being unemployed.
By you,
Yeah.
because I'm going to go get a better job with
where?
someone else.
With a simp?
Who's going to ask me?
Who's not
No.
going to protect and
I
provide
think
for
this
you?
whole
That's
simp
going to
thing-
say, let's split the bill. That's going to be 5'1".
There's
Oh,
men out there that will provide and protect and still keep you in your feminine and not make you graft like you're on a job interview. That's ridiculous.
women only appreciate what they work for, and unfortunately, that's the world that we're in now, where we have so many entitled women.
I think that's very
They need to
false.
work. They need to. Well, you don't know because you're not a man. You never dealt with women from a male perspective as a male.
Yeah,
So
I don't think
understand
you've dealt
how
with
they're-
women probably from a male perspective. I don't know what kind of
I'm a
women.
guy.
Yeah, but what women are
I
you
deal with them all
dealing
the
with?
time.
What women?
Thousands at this point.
Okay, but I don't think they have the right mindsets to be dating because no woman is going to want to feel like she's on a
Then
job
take
interview.
that up with them. But
You-
the point I'm trying to make is that the girl needs to feel like she has the best man that she can get, and the only way that she could feel that way is she needs to feel like she has the prize. For her to feel like she has the prize, you have to be better than her. For her to be,
Yeah,
for you to
you
be
know
better
what it
than
is.
her,
You
need
like
to treat it like a
women
job
that you can
interview.
manipulate into thinking that they're
Oh, here we
smaller
go.
or less worthy than you.
You're manipulating this conversation right now from
I'm
the
not
argument.
manipulating the conversation. I'm just saying, from a viewpoint, it seems like you like women that you can manipulate into thinking that you're the best thing that they've ever had in order for them to feel like that it's okay that he cheats on me because I've got a prize. Absolutely not.
That's a fact, though.
No, it's not a fact.
It is a fact.
It's not a fact.
It's a statistical fact. Like, I don't want to be an asshole or anything, but if a girl's with me, they're like, yeah, it's a statistical fact that she's like with one of the best.
You can view it like that. That's absolutely fine. But you will only find a woman that will accept you or ask you to be her partner and go into that role because she has low self-esteem or she has low self-worth. She needs your validation. She needs some
she's
sort of
intelligent.
validation.
She understands that I got a top-tier guy. I need to deal with top-tier problems.
And if she's a top-tier woman, she's not going to deal with that.
A woman is only top-tier if she's with a top-tier guy.
That's...
A woman's value is directly tied to her ability to garner, to get a man to take her seriously. We don't give a shit about y'all money. We don't care about your guys' status. We don't care about anything that you guys bring to the table besides your looks. And the reality is, when a woman walks into a room, they don't ask her, oh, what do you do for a living, blah, blah, blah. You guys hug each other and say, oh, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have kids? Etc. Women's values derive from their ability to garner a family with the best man that they can get. No one cares about your career. When two men meet, we shake hands. What do you do for a living? You guys meet, hug. Do you have kids? And if you don't have kids, you're a failure. If you don't have kids, you're a failure. If you don't have a man, you're a failure. I genuinely think if a woman's in her 30s and she doesn't have a man, she's fucked and she failed in life. She's failed.
Wow.
She's failed because you only have one job: be attractive and find a guy. And men are simple. So if you can't get a guy to take you seriously, your standards are too goddamn high, probably, most of the time.
And what's wrong with having high standards?
Well, there's nothing wrong with having high standards. The problem is that what are your standards relative to your sexual market value? And that's where women have issues. They'll be a 5 thinking they deserve a 9. It ain't happening. You might fuck that 9, but you ain't gonna get him to take you seriously. There's a reason why a woman takes a man's last name and not the other way around. A woman's value is directly tied to, can you land a man of higher value? Can you land him? And I would argue most women can't. They can't keep a guy. That's why most women are single.
Well, thank you for coming down. Did you have a nice conversation, even though you had to hear a woman speak for longer than desired?
Oh man, it was a terrible time, but I'm
Was
still
it?
here. I'm just kidding. No, it was fun. It was fun. It's always, good to, let women know that they're inferior. It's always fun. And tell them the truth about how the world really works, man. Sandwiches, sex, and sustenance. That works out.
You can get that on the back of your t-shirt.
I should,
Great
actually.
men cheat. It was very interesting. Very interesting. Just when I thought I had an understanding of how men think, Myron came.
Like every other day, you know how girls are.
Yeah, I actually thought he was a very secure man, but I've realised he's not. He's really riddled with trauma, like most men. And in return, instead of dealing with it, because, men aren't emotional beings, they don't know how to process, take it out on women.
She came with the same arguments that every other girl does, so I am the grill.
I wouldn't see Myron again. He's a serial cheater. He's never going to stop cheating, and he has no respect for women. So I could never be with someone like that.
For sex?
Well, you make your mind up.
Sex only. Recreational use only.
I think he did handle the grilling well, and I think he tried to grill me back. I think anytime I had anything to say, he always had something to say back, even if it meant I didn't get to speak.
She's probably going to give me a 1 because she's angry that she lost the debate. Would I rate myself as far as how the date went, or 10 out of 10? She got defeated, man. This. I didn't go on this date to get to know her. No, it was on. Once she didn't want to stand up, I was like, hey man, you gotta take this L.
I'm gonna give Myron 5.5.
Why?
I don't like him, to be honest.